Good morning, this is Paul, and today I've got a really beautiful classic car, and this is an Austin Healey 100 or 104. I'd like to show you around. So this is at a storage facility, which is temperature controlled. A very nice facility. I've left the bonnet open because I'm going to show you the engine in a second. So this is a 1954 Healey 100, or to be more specific, 104, because it's got a 4-cylinder engine. Of course, these had different guises. You had the 100, which is what we're looking at here, then the 106, which was a 2.6 litre, and then you had the 3000, which had the 3 litre, almost a sort of a lorry size engine compared to the size of the car. But this car is absolutely beautiful. I came in here as the facility was opening, and I moved it out of that little spot over there, and I put the key in the ignition, pulled the choke out very slightly, pressed the button, and it started instantly. No rattling. The engine sounds really sweet. Runs like a sewing machine. Sounds amazing. Now, I've also dipped the oil. This car was serviced on 28th of June this year. We're now in July. The oil is like honey, which is nice. The engine is in the proper colour for the model and the year. You can see there's a nice new oil filter in there. Just looking all the way around here, everything's been done very nicely. You've got those twin SU carburetors, nothing complicated there. This is a car that you can maintain yourself. I've had an MGB myself, which is not dissimilar in terms of mechanicals, and they're not difficult to understand how everything works and to keep everything working nicely. And the person who's owned this, he's an older gentleman now, and he's got to the stage where he doesn't feel he wants to bend over and into the engine bay and take wheels off and that sort of thing. I think he's gone past that stage in his mind. So it's time to find a new owner. I'm just going to pop that back down. I'm just going to step back and walk around the car because this is so pretty. So my father's got Healey. It's a bit of a basket case barn find, which he's had since I was 5, which is a 3000. So I've always had a fondness for the Healey, but this one is a very different kettle of fish. What a pretty little car. And just looking at it, so having a reasonable experience with classic cars, this very much looks to me like a car that's been very well looked after, maintained and driven, because of course cars do like being driven. Cars that sit there tend to degrade more quickly than the ones that don't. So you can see it's black over red, maroon. Interior door handles. If I get the camera to catch up, you can see here the trimming has been done very nicely. I've had the roof up. I've taken some photos of the roof up, and there's also a tonneau cover which is just over there on the floor behind the Mercedes. That all fits. All the poppers all line up nicely all the way around. This clamps nicely onto the top of the screen frame, and it clips at the back on those two hooks. 41,453 miles showing on the speedometer. You can see these lovely dials, lovely Smith's dials. And these early dashboards, so this is a 54 model, these early dash models that don't have the wood, that just have this very basic shape of the dash. Very pretty. And it's got the gear change coming out of the left side of the transmission tunnel. The carpets and floor coverings are all good. Everything here looks to be in really nice condition. If I'd had any tire black, I would have tire blacked them, but I didn't. So here you've got a little shelf right there, and you can see That's designed to take the wheel, but there were other things in here, maintenance, bits and pieces. You can see there's a cut-off switch in the back there as well. Quite important, nice to have. I've got one of those on my E-Type. That means that you can take the wheel spinners on and off without hitting them directly with a copper and hide. That's got a sort of a nice kind of foam filling there, so that is all nice. And just looking around the edges, I'll be very, very proud to take this car to a show. But it's not so precious. It's not so precious that you wouldn't want to drive it. So, just looking down the side there, I love the side profile of the car, the way that the wing comes down, dips into the door and then back up over the rear wheel arch. I am going to start it because why wouldn't you? So, feed yourself into the little hole. Ignition on, choke out just a little bit, foot on the clutch just to make sure that it doesn't go forwards or backwards. Beautiful. Turn the check in. You've got an overdrive here, so you've got a 4-speed manual gearbox with an overdrive, although it shows here it's 3. I'm sure that's not the case. Let's run all the way around. It does have an overdrive gearbox. Little mirror down here. Seats are surprisingly comfortable. Just going to turn that off because we're inside with the doors closed. You can see the plaque there from Longbridge. 2 ways of opening the door, either putting that back or releasing from here. Very, very pretty car. This is a car you can jump in and just drive. So there is a car cover with it. I can see that's been fitted nicely. Few bits and pieces here from servicing. This is the tonneau cover, which is in excellent condition and fits perfectly. And if I wander over here where my camera and bits and pieces are, there's a bag with the ownership details in. So you've got the service manual, the original service manual that you can see, very nice condition. So this, I've used these before. This tells you everything you need to know about any kind of servicing, changing a clutch, engine out, major engine work, that sort of thing. It's all there. And of course we've got one here as well, slightly updated version. And then here we have the book which relates to this car specifically. You can see here that the car was serviced and oil filter changed on 28th of June 23. It has a Heritage Trust certificate and lots and lots of history and a photographic record of what it took to put it in the condition that it is today. What a lovely car. I would love to have this car in my garage. So I hope you like the car. I hope you like the video and find the video useful. If you'd like to know more about it, please visit our website, which is www.clinkhartcars.co.uk. Drop us an email or a WhatsApp or a text message, or even pick up the phone and give us a call. We'd be very happy to talk to you about it. Thank you for watching.